Hi there and welcome to the Debrief, the latest roundup of news and big deals in the world of bids and tenders, brought to you by the Bid Hive team. I'm Nyree.
And I'm Baxter, the good-looking, humble one.
Well, first up, Microsoft has won the long-running battle against Amazon for the $10 billion military modernisation cloud contract for the Pentagon, pushing its share price up. Early on in the competition, experts believed Amazon Web Services would win the contract, but those hopes were shot down when President Trump criticised Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, making tongues wag as to whether that would jeopardise the outcome of the competition. Possibly.
Impeach! Impeach! Oh, I mean, fascinating news, wouldn't you say? All appears above board here.
That's right. And in the meantime, the Amazon chief is heading other bets. His space company, Blue Origin, is leading a consortium of aerospace heavyweights to bid for a 15-year, $7 billion contract for logistics support for the first NASA moon landing since 1972. Elon Musk's SpaceX is another contender.
Well, SpaceX is great now, but I'm backing old Bezos on this one.
Oh, why's that?
Oh, I just feel like their glass won't shatter on the way to the moon.
NASA is assuming cost of $1 million per kilogram delivered to the lunar surface.
Me? What are they sending? Saffron?
Well, I guess when you're a billionaire, you can go into the rocket business.
Nyree, what about my favourite Virgin? Richard Branson, is he on this too?
No, unfortunately no. It's for American vendors only. It's a part of NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services initiative. There's currently 5 companies on the list. NASA's decided that instead of owning the delivery systems, buying rides to the moon to investigate and test new technology systems means that they can do much more sooner and for less, because it only took them 47 years. And here's a word up for a Queensland rocket company, a startup, Gilmore Space, that is also doing big things in the R&D area with NASA. They're firing off test rockets from the founder's parents' paddock in the outback. And if our reports aren't crazy enough, bring out your dead. In the US, a county is seeking bids for removal and transport of the deceased and the indigent cremation. The incumbent confirmed their intent to bid and ghosted the competition with their last-minute value for money pitch, but the county stood firm on its decision to publish the open opportunity on the grounds of fairness and transparency. And if you're wondering what indigent cremation is, it's when somebody dies and the family can't afford a proper burial or cremation.
Nyree, you hear there's a wait list on cemetery burials these days?
Really?
Yeah, apparently people are dying to get in there.
Worldwide probity has become an integral part of the procurement and tendering process, and especially in government. But a 30% drop in the number of probity auditors and advisors in Australia over the past 15 years is putting the profession at risk. And while value for money is high on the public procurement agenda, it seems all the big four see better value for money in other areas by focusing on their high growth consulting services. Together, the big four had an aggregated revenue of $7 billion last financial year. All four are also the biggest suppliers of consulting services to the federal government.
It sounds like they're replacing their auditing departments with a box of sand.
The irony. And who needs the big four when you've got people power? Sri Lanka is taking probity matters into its own hands and has issued mandatory guidelines for government procurement.
Oh, there's hope yet.
Yes, and the new guidelines include bans on procurement for bidders, contractors and officials involved in fraud and corruption. Sanctions have also been imposed to encourage reporting of unethical practices to authorities. Oh, hail Vigilance Week, and in government, citizen-led campaigning in India celebrated Vigilance Awareness Week in November to promote probity in public life. The theme this year was Integrity, a Way of Life, to help draw attention of all sections of society, and especially young people, to the significance of ethical conduct in the business of an open and discrimination corruption-free society, Baxter. A string of activities were held in schools and colleges across the country to promote moral values and ethics and good governance practices. Baxter, I also think this is a really good initiative. Do you know the OECD reports that corruption drains up to 25% of procurement budgets? That's about $2 trillion every year.
Blimey, there's another 2,000 rocket companies you could make with that kind of dosh.
I know.
But seriously, I think we should have a dedicated segment about probity.
Well, I think we should. And can I just also give you a little...
Oh, please do.
Thank you. This is going to be called Probity with Baxter. Thank you. That's your segment. And can we call it Probity with Baxter?
Oh, I like that.
Thank you. Well, this is your segment. So, do you know what probity is?
Oh, you better believe I do, and there's nothing sexier. Probity is having strong moral principles, honesty and decency. And here, boys and girls, is a tip from Baxter for the day. Don't offer money, gifts or entertainment to anyone from the organisation you're tendering your bidding to. This can be interpreted as a bribe. Just don't do it.
Well said, Baxter.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself, really, because, I mean, you wrote the script.
You're just the Muppet that deletes it.
Hey, quiet now.
Thank you. That's it from us. Thanks. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Happy bidding.